Ever thought about the number of people you cross paths with in life? Friends for a while, friends forever, acquaintances, coworkers. But there's this big question you gotta ask yourself. What if the devil tried sneaking in among your closest folks, subtly influencing you through those you love and trust? How do you spot the devil messing in your life? Subscribe to the channel and join me on this journey of discovery, awareness, and Christian motivation that could totally change your spiritual life. Let's dive into God's wisdom, starting with a key sign the devil might use to sneak harmful stuff into our lives. I'll share a lesson inspired by the first letter to the Corinthians. Bad company corrupts good character. Be aware of who's around you. Often evil comes cloaked in the tolerable guise of sin, inviting us to places or situations that conflict with our faith. These are the people who'll say, "Don't be so uptight," or "A little sin won't make you a sinner." To understand how these negative influences can corrupt our good habits, let's look at the Old Testament and King Solomon. Known for his divine wisdom and justice, Solomon over time compromised his relationship with God due to negative relationships. The Bible tells how to please his foreign wives. He allowed altars to be built for pagan gods, against God's command to worship only him. Judas Iscariota's betrayal of Jesus for 30 silver coins is another powerful example. It shows the importance of staying alert in relationships, since even those close to God can be deceived by darkness. If you're enjoying the video, like and support our prayer channel. When you meet someone encouraging you to sin or compromise your faith, think of these Bible stories. Recognize the threat to your salvation and wisely choose to stay away from bad company, preserving your spiritual integrity and strengthening your bond with the Lord. The second sign to recognize people influenced by evil is when they try to control or manipulate us. God, in his omnipotence and wisdom, doesn't force us down a path against our will. When people try to impose their will or manipulate your decisions, understand they're acting as tools in the hands of the devil. The third sign is the presence of accomplices who not only encourage sin or manipulate, but also provide the means to commit it. The biblical story of Naboth's vineyard illustrates this. Naboth had a vineyard that King Ahab desperately wanted. Unable to buy it, Queen Jezebel orchestrated a plan to falsely accuse Naboth, leading to his execution and letting Ahab take over the vineyard. This shows how manipulation and support in pursuing evil can distance us from God. Avoid people who demoralize you and undermine your faith. These people might not directly push you to sin, but they subtly sway you from your faith and relationship with God. Think of Peter, who began to doubt and sink during a storm at sea. Jesus said to him, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" This teaches the importance of maintaining strong faith and not giving in to doubt and fear. People who discourage you act like the stormy wind in Peter's life, questioning your faith and spiritual security. They might try to convince you to skip church activities, Bible study groups, or prayer meetings, giving you countless reasons to do something else instead of focusing on your spiritual life. Such negative company is best avoided as it hinders your spiritual growth. Moreover, these people often focus on the negatives in others, amplifying every criticism. Remember, no church is perfect, but our goal should be to cultivate our relationship with God and our prayer life to progress spiritually. The people you surround yourself with can impact your spiritual growth, so be vigilant against those who demoralize or doubt your faith. Instead, seek the company of those who strengthen your faith and encourage your spiritual journey. Your relationship with God will benefit, and your faith will remain strong despite life's storms. The world is full of people, but only a few will become part of our closest circle, and even fewer will stay by our side for life. Unfortunately, people can deceive, lie, speak offensively, and the wrong company can negatively influence us. While loving others is our duty, there are times when we must protect our relationship with God and maintain some distance. We're not suggesting to stop loving people, but rather to love them from afar if they endanger our faith or lead us down sinful paths. The book of Proverbs teaches, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Continuing to hang out with toxic people or negative situations can drag us down. Stepping away from these influences is not only beneficial for our mental and emotional well-being, but essential for our spiritual health. Focus on the freedom you'll find on the other side, the relief of not facing criticism, or letting someone drain your precious time and energy. Your spiritual growth deserves protection, and that means making wise choices about the people around you. God has an extraordinary future for you, and will bring significant people into your life. Remember, you're never alone in this journey. God is always by your side, ready to help in every way possible. If you find value in these words, Kindly show your appreciation by subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and comment with an amen.